What is going on, everybody? This is Michael Williams from Cartoon Universe, and today's video focuses on what the original purpose of Rose Quartz was and what this has to do with Pink Diamond Zoo. As we all know, gems have a specific purpose that they are created for. The song What's the Use of Feeling Blue specifically mentions that agates terrify and lapises terraforms. It was terraforms, guys. Terraforms. Anyway, moving outside of this intended purpose does not seem to be a very Homeworld thing to do. With this in mind, let's look at what rose quartzes were made for. But without even looking at the evidence, they are obviously soldiers. They are, after all, quartzes like jaspers and amethysts, so they were created for life on the battlefield. They're strong, big, fast, making them great weapons, and thick. Sorry, Haley, please do not fire me. But rose quartzes seem to stand out when looking at their other traits, meaning that they had a more specified purpose than other quartz gems. Everything about them is more defensive than offensive. From what we have seen so far, they can create shields and protective bubbles, create plant minions which are extremely loyal to them, and have the ability to heal others. This means that they were perfectly suited for being medics for other gems that were in need of backup or healing. But this is nothing new. People have speculated this for a long time now, and I still agree with the theory. However, with the newest Steven Bomb, a new purpose of rose quartzes has been discovered, one that may give more insight into the formation of the rebellion and the crystal gems. That is, some rose quartzes were made to serve at the zoo. More specifically, they would take care of the humans in the zoo, especially when they were hurt. Notice how I said rose quartzes, not all of them. Just look at the amount of bubbled rose quartz gems in the room that the diamonds were in. All of them working in the zoo would be more or less impossible because there are hundreds of them and the zoo is pretty small, with there being more bubbled rose quartz gems than there are humans. And while it is possible that Pink Diamond could do something like this and try to go above and beyond with it, as this was her first colony and she may not have known exactly what she was doing, she was still a leader, and leaders would have had to use their resources as wisely as they could even before the resource shortage. While Blue and Yellow Diamond obviously aren't taking this advice currently, this was a time before any of the diamonds had lost their lives, so Blue and Yellow Diamond are currently blinded by their own emotions. So instead it can be concluded that the rose quartz we knew, along with a few others, were designated to work at the zoo. First, taking a look at it logically, it would make sense that of all of the gems that we've seen so far, a rose quartz would be most suited for working there. Like I said before, rose quartzes have healing powers and are the most compassionate as far as we know. Of course, we've only seen one rose quartz, but gems of the same type typically have similar personality traits for the most part. But going back to what I was saying, rose quartzes are definitely fit for this task above all others. Looking at what we see with the amethyst guards doing their roles at the zoo, a rose quartz could easily have been put there instead and probably would have done a better job. After all, these soldiers are trying to comfort the zoomen to little success. However, this still came with a lot of trial and error, as said by Holly Blue Agate. But this is where a rose's healing powers would come in handy. Despite not having much knowledge about humans, it would definitely be convenient to have a gem on hand that can fix practically any injury. As we've seen, Steven's, and therefore Rose's healing powers, can fix anything from impaired vision to a broken leg, making it much more sensible to make them take care of those fragile human beings. This would also help explain the story that the Zoomen knew about the gem that came to help a human that was hurt a long time ago. How these people only ever got hurt once is definitely a mystery, but the point still stands. In fact, if this only happened once, then perhaps it was the rose quartz we know that was there to help heal the human, thus making her the first gem to interact with a human in such an intimate level. This would eventually lead her to change her views on the Earth and Homeworld. Another thing to note is that Rose Quartz had a little idea what sour cream was when he was a baby and what to do with him. Perhaps she had only been working in the zoo for a short amount of time in the beginning and never saw any future generations other than the original one before dipping out of that piece and starting the rebellion. Now that we've discussed why rose quartz gems were made for the zoo, it's time to discuss the second part of the theory. Were rose quartz made not only for but by Pink Diamond? As we've seen on the show, the human zoo seems to be the only one in existence, and it was made by Pink Diamond. It would make sense that if this is a one-of-a-kind thing made by Pink Diamond, that she would make a one-of-a-kind gem to take care of it. A rose quartz has abilities that no other gem has been shown to have yet, which are all useful to the human zoo in some way. As I went over in the first part of the theory, there was once, long ago, a gem that came in the zoo to help a human who was hurt. The theory is that the gem was our rose. Reason being, it would make the most sense. I doubt that they would bring up this story just to have the gem be a random rose quartz. This could also explain how our Rose became attached to humans and started seeing the beauty of life on Earth. Guessing, as with most things on Homeworld, that most rose quartzi had been misinformed on the true nature of humans, and most wouldn't get the chance, as explained by Holly Blue. Gems only enter the main part of the zoo on rare occasions, assuming the same rules applied before Pink Diamond's death. This would also explain why Rose was on Earth in the first place. What better gem to send to get more humans than a gem made to take care of them? Perhaps Pink Diamond noticed that Rose Quartzes were naturally adept at caring for others and figured out how to properly keep humans alive. While this would make use of a gem beyond their original purpose of being a soldier, it is still very much doable. I've always been really confused about what the initial point of Rose Quartzes were to Pink Diamond / Homeworld, because really, if the plan for Earth was this, then what is the point of having a gem who has the ability to create life the way Rose is shown to be able to do? And if every other quartz type we see is built like Hulk Hogan, with the exception of the gems from the Beta Kindergarten that we see, and that will be all, but according to Peridot, nearly all the gems there came out wrong anyway, and have weapons that can be used offensively, then why have this single type of quartz that looks soft and approachable and give them a shield as a weapon? Then this bomb came along and I noticed a couple of things about the zoo. The first thing were these flowers on the door. 5 petaled flowers with what looks like the center of Rose Quartz's gem upside down in the middle. Does this look familiar? How about now? These look strikingly similar to the flowers Rose grows on Earth. On top of this, we have the room where Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond discuss Pink Diamond's death. When I watched this, I couldn't help but think it was strange that all of the Rose Quartzes were here for some reason. Like, if this room was Pink Diamond's version of the temple, why are there no other gem types anywhere, as far as we know? Surely she didn't only bubble Rose Quartzes in her time alive, and if they were put here in memory of Pink Diamond or something, then someone would have taken the time to move all of these bubbled gems to this location. Unless they were already there. Unless the zoo is where Rose Quartzes used to work. The zoo is meant to be calming to humans, a place where they can live a life of complacency and safety. Kind of like middle America, except with more laughter and genuine happiness. Would it not make sense that the gems working there would be approachable to humans should they ever need to go into the enclosure? Would it not make sense that they would be able to grow new wildlife should something happen to the ecosystem in the enclosure? Rose Quartzes would make the perfect guards for such a place. At least until one of them decided she liked humans a little too much and didn't want the planet they came from to be destroyed. And that's not all. Time to whip out this dusty old mural from Season 1 once again. I swear by Season 9, we're going to understand what all of this means. But in the meantime, take a look at the left side of the mural. Notice the hands reaching up to the gem in the sky. It looks strikingly similar to the Zoomin reaching up to the sky during their playtime, but also them reaching up to the sky when they were in pain. This very well could be alluding to the one time Zoomin got hurt and reached to the sky for comfort. We can see one of the diamonds looking down on them. By the depiction on this mural, it looks like this could either be Pink Diamond or White Diamond. If this mural really is showing us what happened in the zoo that started the rebellion, it would theoretically make sense for this to be Pink Diamond. We even see that the gems look down at the zoo through a window in a similar fashion, much like we see in the mural. Long story short, Rose Quartz was a gem made to care for the humans in the zoo, but ended up betraying Homeworld once she got attached to them and saw they were in pain. But what do you guys think? Was Rose Quartz a member of the zoo crew, or the ZRU, if you will? Or is there another explanation for all of this evidence? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this theory, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe for more Steven Universe theories and all things animation. Thanks so much for tuning in. I've been Michael Williams, you've been watching Cartoon Universe, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.